Yo, what is up, everyone? My name is Dom, and we're here to talk about unusual options activity. Alright, disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. The statements made in this programming are solely the opinion of the show and are not a specific inducement to make an investment. One must perform their own due diligence and realize that all investments carry risk. There's no guarantee of profit. Okay, so, first one I want to talk about today is Pfizer. This is the drug maker. They made a COVID vaccine along with Moderna. There was some unusual call buying today in some of these Pfizer calls that expired this week, March 18th, the 53 strike calls. Now you can come in here and check it out. There was 24,000, just over 24,000 contracts traded, open interest of about 1,300. So these are pretty short-term calls here. What I've kind of gathered is that they're kind of playing for momentum to continue tomorrow, because this stock was up about almost $2 today, almost 4%. So usually, in my opinion, from what I've learned, is that whenever stock is up big on one day, some institutions, some retail traders, whoever, the volume will start picking up, but people will be buying calls, usually calls that expire that week. On a play, that momentum will continue. I think this stock actually can continue higher. We missed this one during the day, saw it after the close, but this stock has sold off considerably from about 51 down to 45. Now it's sitting at about 52. One thing is we're right at this 50-day moving average. It looks like we closed right above it. So technically it's a breakout, but you know, sometimes you can cross above it a little bit and then just fail back. Sorry, I have to... There we go. I'm talking about this last candle here for today. We closed a little bit above it, but like I was saying, sometimes it'll just be a little bit of a fake out move. But if we do continue tomorrow, I'll be looking for a little dip in the morning in this one. Once again, I didn't get in this one during the day. I saw these calls being bought after the close. So yeah, I'll be looking at this one tomorrow for a little bit of a dip in the morning. If it's up in the morning, I'm going to have to pass on it because things are just a little shaky in this market right now, and with these option trades, if you don't get in at the right time, you're going to lose money. So, you know, specifically with this one would be a day trade probably for me because it expires this week, and this market is very headline driven. Something can come out about the Russia-Ukraine conflict or the Fed or whatever, and the market can take a huge nosedive and be down 1,000 points. So you got to be quick to take your profits, in my opinion, in this market. That's what I do. Not having as many winners of trades, obviously, just because of how volatile it is. Very headline driven, and good news can come out on a stock, and the stock actually trades down because, yeah, just the market environment is just pretty miserable right now. So it's pretty difficult to make money right now, in my opinion. On the short end, going on the short side is obviously a little easier. But long side is definitely tough. You can still make money though. You just got to be extremely nimble. So, all right. Next one I want to talk about is MULN. So now this is an EV maker here. I don't think this one was a SPAC. You can kind of tell by the chart. It's not hovering around $10, which is the usual SPAC redemption price. So usually the stock tends to hang around $10. If it's a SPAC, it's pretty easy to tell. But this stock has had some massive moves in the past here. You can see back in 2017, this stock went from $5 to $33. Back in mid-2019, it went from $2, spiked all the way up to $13, ran all the way up to $20. We've sold off considerably here, down to 52 cents in this one. We had a big day today, up 31%. But yeah, this stock is down a lot. I didn't even look at the valuation for this one. This is purely just a speculative kind of technical bet here that we're going to have a massive bounce here just by looking at the chart. You know, even this candle here went from about $6 to $10.16, it looks like, just in a day. So I would be pretty quick to take profits on this trade, even though it looks like in the past it has made pretty big runs here for many days. But, you know, this candle here was pretty much a 1 or 2 day bounce. Looks like it might have bounced up in the morning there. to about 33, then just fell right back down to about $5 in the consecutive days or the next days. So this one I'll be looking for a pretty big bounce here because they're coming in and a lot of these calls are trading here. People are coming in and even buying the 5 call for this week. I got in the 4 strike call for this week. This stock's at about $1.77. So people are coming in and trading these 7.5 strike contracts. Just the 4 call, the 4 strike call, is over 100% out of the money. So these people are expecting a massive move here that are coming in and buying. You can see 67,000 contracts traded there. Just a whole bunch of volume in general. Even in some of these later months here, not as much as you go further out, but we decided to take a flyer on this one. Kind of took a little bit of a larger position in this one. Got quite a few of these contracts. They're only 15 cents, $15. So yeah, that's the activity in this one. I think I'm looking for a really big move in this one. I haven't checked the short interest. Probably something I should have done. I just kind of hopped in because I like the activity and like the chart. But that's definitely something that I'm going to check out. I'll leave the short interest, what I find, in the description below. As you can see here, it says it's hard to borrow. That's what that HTB means. So yeah, I'm expecting, I think this is probably going to have a pretty high short interest. And you can even see by the implied volatility here, if I scroll this over, it's at about 970% implied volatility. That means these options are crazy expensive. It looks like, yeah, we're at 78% current implied volatility percentile. So we're in the top 78% of the implied volatilities out of the past year. So we're pretty daggone high in this implied volatility here, which just means the options are pretty expensive and the market makers are pricing in a massive move here. So I don't think there's any news with this one. Maybe there is. I honestly have no idea. I just like the moves that this thing's made in the past. It's sold off a lot. So we got in those calls, everyone. Check this one out. We are in. Calls expire this week. So kind of a little bit of a risky trade here, but we're only outlaying $15 per option contract. That's why I like these short dated ones. And if the stock really makes a 100% move up to $4, these calls are going to probably be up, I don't know, 1,000% or something like that. So the risk reward here is pretty good with these shorter term calls in a stock that can move, I don't know, 100% a day. You can tell from the chart it's made moves like that in the past. So thanks for everyone who's been subscribing. I'm trying to bring you guys good trades. It's pretty hard to sift through the rubble here. I'm doing a lot of day trades, so I'm getting in and getting out, and it's kind of tough to put it on the channel. When I did a day trade, I'm just trying to bring trades that I'm still in and that I think are going to profit. So it's been a little tough, been a little slow bringing videos, but I'm trying to bring high quality stuff, not trying to just throw out a bunch of garbage. I know it's been a little tough lately, but I'm just staying involved, staying with it, and we'll get through this correction. So we'll see everyone in the next one.